My name's Tom. This is the What Do You Mean? Let's Get Deep questions for couples. It's a card game so couples can go ahead and ask each other questions and kind of get conversation going. So it's a conversation card game. My wife and I have been married for about 20 years. We've been playing this for about a month, and I'm going to kind of show you how it works and give you some first impressions. Let's go ahead and open it up. Here we go. There are instructions. The instructions are pretty simple. I'll explain how they work. And here are the cards. Let me get the cards out, and we'll go from there. So here we are, all taken out. We have 3 decks of cards, and they're by categories. There's 100 icebreaker cards, 200 deep cards, and then 200 deeper cards. And as you can tell, the back of the cards are different color coded, but it also tells you kind of what kind of questions or what kind of conversation cards to expect. So I'll go ahead and draw an icebreaker right here, and it says, what's your favorite band or artist? So that could really be asked of anybody. That you don't have to be in a couple to ask this, but it's kind of a good conversation starter, and you can start talking about music. The deeper cards are a little more deep, a little more personal. What's your favorite thing to do during your time off or weekend? So again, a little more deeper, not incredibly deep, but enough that you can start to have a deeper conversation than just what's your favorite band. And then here's a deeper, what is your most important trait in a friend? Why? So a why question will kind of obviously open things up, and you start talking about it, you start debating. These are kind of good questions. The icebreaker could be asked of almost anybody, even used at a party with a bunch of people. Most of those are pretty innocuous. The deep questions do get a little bit personal. Let's see here. Are you more confident, or do you second guess yourself often? Again, a little more reflective on the deep questions. And then the deeper questions have a wide range of personal things. Fortune teller could tell you one question. Let's see here. What's an important lesson you've learned as a child? Some of these questions do get a little on the saucy side, so that's fine. It does assume that you are a couple, an adult couple, not just children dating. You are definitely an adult couple, and some of the questions here definitely do go ahead and approach those. But it's a fun question. What you can do is you can do a couple different ways. You can mix them all together and shuffle them up, and then just draw cards one at a time. But the way my wife and I do it is we just kind of lay them all out, and then we kind of take turns. So maybe I'll go ahead and draw a card, and I'll read the question, and then she'll have to answer first, and then I answer. I'll put the card into my discard, and my discard pile just happens to be we just use the box here, just kind of a discard pile, and then we have a store, a whole. These are all the cards we've actually discarded, so we just kind of store them in the box as we go through them. There we go. And then we just draw an next one. So then my wife can go ahead and choose an icebreaker, a deep, or a deeper card. Again, there are more deep and deeper cards, so that's what you're going to focus on. Sometimes we'll go ahead and start with these, and then we quickly just kind of go bouncing back and forth between these. It's a lot of fun. You get a lot of conversation going. You really do talk a lot more. And again, half the stuff are things that I would have never thought to ask my wife. But, if you could start your own business, what would it be? We have talked about business. Oh, we have one work-related goal. So you can see we have it's a wide variety of questions. It's a lot of questions. Again, we've only been doing it for about a month or two. We've gotten through 30 or 40 cards in I don't know how many evenings. This does usually go a little bit better with some adult beverages, and that kind of helps. But it's kind of a fun conversation. We just sit. We don't have the TV on. We don't watch a movie. We just kind of sit and go through these cards, and we draw questions, and we have a drink or two, and we have a good time. So these are full-size cards. Each card has one question on it. They're nice and fit in the hand. They're nice and big. You don't have to worry about dropping them or anything. They're just regular old playing cards. A little trick with this, these cards are actually very slippery, and they're a little difficult to pull out and kind of pick up without them falling all over the place. So what we've done is we've actually put little pieces of paper in between them all. So this is the icebreaker. These are the deep cards, and then these are the deeper cards. So what we can do sometimes is I'll take this little thing out here, and it's a little bit easier then to kind of get your finger in and randomly draw a card out like that than to dump all the decks out and just kind of pull up the top of the deck. So we kind of do that, and then we just squish them down, put your instructions back on. And by the way, here again, here's all of our discards. So as I pull the card out, we read it, we go through it. I will put the discards in the back, and that way we haven't repeated anything. And I just keep this little cardboard spacer here. Spacer comes with these 2 cardboard spacers come with the box, so it's almost as though they meant to do that. But then the whole thing kind of fits back together into a nice little box here, just like that. It's a big box, it's 500 cards. That makes sense. But it's actually good. You just kind of slide this into a desk or into a drawer or something, and it's great. It's definitely a fun game. It's a fun way to pass the time. If you're looking for something different, if you want to go ahead and just spend some time with that significant other, get to know them a little better, it could work for dates as well. But the assumption is that you've been dating for more than just a day or two. You've been dating for a little while. If you have little bit of time, and you're open to this sort of thing, it's great. It makes a lot of fun. It makes a lot of good conversation, and it's a great way to spend a weekend or a rainy day or a snowy day. It's actually a lot of fun.